What's going on YouTube? Pistol Pete here again. This time revisiting my Grail collection. I did it last time probably about 5 months ago, 6 months ago, but it's grown since then. And to recap, to me, Grail knife doesn't necessarily need to be expensive, which some of these are, I ain't gonna lie. But it could just be something you've always wanted, something that's near and dear to your heart, something that was passed down to you. You inherited something that you just loved. You saw it, you wanted it for many years, or something that just calls to you. So we're gonna go over mine again now that I have my Grail collection has grown. Some of them here, one of them is not here. It's actually gonna be, I'll just mention it now. It's actually being tested with Scab at Choir Boys Outdoors. He's testing it. Donnie B just did a test on it. I just did one. That's definitely another one that's near and dear to my heart because that was actually sent to me from S-Ben from Ultimate Knife Search, dude. Cool dude. Me and him became brothers from another mothers. He sent it to me, told me, hey, I want you to keep it. It's and it has an awesome backstory. It's designed from old Viking blade, and has like history behind it and has a story behind it. Go check out that video on. It's called The Raven. It's the Viking warrior, the Raven. Badass knife. So that's definitely going to be in my Grail collection, but it's obviously not here. It's with Scab right now. He's going to get. It's in his line to be demoed. So once I get that back, that's going to be in this collection too. But so let's get started. So y'all know I love the look of the Mountain Shining Buoy and the Blackjack Anacondas. So those have to be in here. First, we'll start with the Blackjack Anacondas. So this one here is the Blackjack Anaconda 1. Absolutely love the look of this. Now, to be honest with you, like I said before in the past, my Grail one, the one I've always wanted since a kid, I saw these in the 80s. And the one I've always wanted was the Blackjack Anaconda 2, the bigger one. But I had to have, I love the shape of it. So I was like, you know what? I want the smaller EDC one after I got the bigger one. So these ones I did. I was able, luckily, to find this one in mint condition. No scratches, no wears, no nothing, from the 80s. And this one I got off eBay. Just awesome blade. So, and then here's the one that I've always wanted. That was an actual Grail from since I was a kid, just never could afford it. And this one is the Blackjack Anaconda 2. Just absolutely beautiful. Look at that thing. And these are all in pretty much mint condition for being 80s knives. Just badass. So y'all know these are my favorite blades right here. Just love the look of them. You just can't beat the look of these damn things. And like I said, these are all pretty much in mint condition. Excellent condition. Never used. See there, edge, and these are all freaking sharp razor blades. These ones here are all going to be made out of Oz 8 steel, except for because this is the Blackjack Anaconda 2. The Blackjack Anaconda 3 is the only one to the exception that's made with a different steel type, which we'll go over right now. So the Blackjack Anaconda 3, as you can see there, and this one here is, and real quick, I ended up picking these up because I just love it, and then I was like, I might as well start looking for the whole collection, because I know these are all super collectible. These are all going to be worth a lot of money in the future. So I was like, I'm just going to get all of them. Blackjack Anaconda 1, 2, 3, and then there's 2A. So I had to have them, man. And I love them. I love the look of them. So the still on this one is 10CR17. So I really never heard of it. It's the only knife I have in that steel type. But I mean, just look at it. It holds an awesome shine, man. Looks like, and this one is, all of them, these are, like I said, are brand new out of the box from these. The Anaconda 3 and 2A are from the 90s. They're not from the 80s. Just the 1 and 2 that I showed you before are from the 80s. These are from the 90s, but still just bitching. So I had to add them to my collection. And let's check out the Blackjack Anaconda 2A. So you can see there, the 3 and the 2A these are the ones from the Knifeware Inc., Greensville, West Virginia, and made in Saki, Japan. These are all made in Saki, Japan. See here, and then there you go. You can see right there where it says the Blackjack Anaconda 2A. So, and yes, I know people will say, oh, they're identical pretty much, and they are. The Blackjack Anaconda 1 and 3 and the 2 and 2A, they're pretty much identical as far as size, dimensions and everything. But it's just, I love the blades and I love the blade shape, and I want to have the whole set because I think they'll be worth more money in the future. These are already pricey as is, but give it another 10, 15 years, these are just going to go up in value. They're harder and harder to find, especially all of them in mint condition, unused. And I have all the original sheaths and have all the original boxes. So, I mean, all that just increases the value. All right, let's move on. So, I'd have to say the next one is, I just did a review recently on it, would have to be the Tops. And this one's the Armageddon. And awesome blade, awesome. I've been wanting this one forever. This one here is in 1095 high carbon steel, made in USA. This one I've been wanting for a long time. I just never pulled the trigger on it. And then of course, when I wanted to buy it, it went out of stock for a long time. No one had them in stock anywhere. So, but then eventually they came back up, and then I actually saw this one I got from a Smoky Mountain Knives Work. They had one left, and for a decent price. I mean, these come up, like almost all these will come up on eBay now and then, but to get a decent price on almost any of these now, it's hard, and they always want like almost double the price. But this one I got a super good price on from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. I got the last one they had. I love it. It's awesome. The critique I had, like I said before, is it's smaller than I thought. I thought it was going to be bigger, I see a lot of people using these, like Prepared Mind 101, a few other guys that were chopping with these and using these. They look like a big knife, but when I got it in my hand, I'm not disappointed. It's just a little different than I thought, a little more slender here. I thought it was, for some reason I was thinking this was like going to be wide as hell, like out here. It's just slender. As far as the length, yeah, I figured it was going to be around a 10-inch blade length, so that's what it is. But just the width of it was kind of a little bit, I was like, wow, and it was kind of that thin. All right, let's move on. So, had to put this one in there. Shoot, real quick, getting caught up on stuff here. Had to put this one here because it's from my boy, White Hines. Dude, absolutely love this knife. I did a full review on this one too. You could check it out. I did a full testing on this. Made out of 5160 spring steel. Dude, take a look at that. Bam, carved in there. It's one of one. This one definitely is in my Grail collection because I actually, between me and him, we came up with this design. So it was kind of an original design for me, but with, of course, White Hines throwing his expertise in there, man. And look how thick this is. Almost at the butt, it's almost a 1/2 inch thick, and it tapers down to about a little over a 1/4 inch there, and fat tip on there. I mean, this thing's razor sharp. Just beautiful work of art. Look at that. We went with walnut handles there. There's awesome, beautiful. That skull buster. So the concept behind this was I wanted because he did his interpretation of the Heartstopper handle with the skull buster. So I wanted something like that, but I just didn't care for the shape of the original Heartstopper. So I was like, instead of getting exactly the same with because he's made other versions with the Heartstopper with that same style blade. I would like something like fat, like I wanted something kind of like the blade shape of the Undertaker buoy by Condor. So I said, hey, let's put that handle, let's make like a fat wide blade and put the handle of the Undertaker on there. And that's what he did. And man, it came out absolutely beautiful. Look at this thing. Just amazing. Love it. It came out perfect. And actually, he's making me EDC small version and a big old the Mega Rhino, because we ended up naming this the Rhino. It's his idea. He's like, I got an idea, man. Let's name that bad boy the Rhino. I was like, okay, well, what's the reason? He's all, it stands for Rip You a New One. And I thought that was perfect, man. That's a perfect name for this. So this one is called the Rhino. So I'm gonna have the baby Rhino and then the Mega Rhino he's making me as well. So I can't wait to have those, man. And just to have the set, it's gonna be awesome, man. One of a kind design. It's a little bit of collaboration with my thoughts and his work, and just he knocked it out of the park. Absolutely knocked it out of the park. I absolutely love this knife. All right, let's move on. So next on the list would have to be my Puzon Wilderness Buoy 7-inch. And the reason why because I just love these blades. Well, I love Work Tough in general. Like always talk about Work Tough, man. They're my favorite manufacturer for knives. They just come up with, they have awesome designers. All the guys on there just kick ass. They always put out like amazing stuff, new innovative type designs. And then you got Vic Lynn and his team at Work Tough that just execute it perfectly. I mean, heat treat is always on point. They always use awesome steels. These all come razor blades to the box. I've never gotten one that was dull. I never got one that I was like, this one has like a little messed up, oh no, this one looks like the grind's off. No, they're always perfect, absolutely perfect. And the reason why this one is just because I have all of them. I love all of them, but the reason why this one made it to my Grail collection is because the designer, Dave Pouzon, which is an awesome dude, man. He does like MMA kind of stuff, and he does leather work, and just a cool dude all around, good all around American man, dude. He's just a cool dude. So I was like, I reached out to him because they ran out of these. And he's all, I do have one if you want it up for sale, if you want to take it. And it'll come with a leather sheath, blah, blah, I'll give you a good deal. And he gave me a smoking deal. And then he's like, hey, do you want me to sign it for you? I was like, hell yeah, dude, I'd love to sign that. So I got a one-of-a-kind signed piece with his leather work, his leather sheath for this. And man, I just love it. Absolutely love it, man. Can't go wrong. And this little blade is just bitching. Look at that. Perfect little EDC buoy, man. Badass. Let's move on. Now here is another one, just again in the nostalgia, for the Grail nostalgia arena. This one here is the Frost Cutlery. And yeah, people argue, oh, it's a cheaper blade, whatever. This one was designed by the main man himself there. Jim Frost. So he did design this one. And yeah, it's more fantasy, but this one is sold as a fishing knife. But the reason why this one has a lot of sentimental value to me, because it looks bitchin', don't get me wrong, I love the look of it. That's why I got it as a kid. I got this when I was like, I want to say when I was 13, 14 years old. But it was actually a present from my dad. We were watching the late light channels. You guys all know those, I couldn't sleep, something was happening. I think I was sick that time, and we were up early in the morning, like at 2 or 3 in the morning, and we were watching the knife channel, and I was telling him, man, this one's bitch, and I love that knife. That's so cool, blah, blah, blah. This little skull buster, and then Thorns, oh, that is cool. He surprised me and got it for me. So, again, sentimental value up the yin yang, and it's bitching. It's awesome, dude. Look at those handles. The frost, I like when they do that frost layering for the wood handles. Just bitching. Beautiful, beautiful knife. So I kept hanging on to this one because of that reason, man. A lot of sentimental value to me. That was cool of my pops to get this for me. It was close to my birthday, so I think it was a birthday present, and just badass. Love it. Just had to throw that in there. And then next, again, is going to be the blade shape. I just did a review on this one. Always wanted this for years and years. Never pulled the trigger. I should have years ago. This is the Smith & Wesson. This one is the Texas Ranger. But they have the Texas Ranger. They have the Texas Hold'em. They have the Big Bowie, just called the Big Bowie. And they're all exactly identical blade. I mean, exactly. They're the same length, same everything, handles, everything. It's just, they just changed the name and they just put that on there. Like different types of the logo. So this one, it seems the most desirable one. This one, again, is a Texas Ranger. There you go. Designed by Stuart Taylor, and I just love this blade shape. That's why I fell in love with this blade shape, just like the Blackjack Anacondas, same style blade shape, same style. Had super bad luck with this damn blade, as you guys can tell in my last videos. I ordered 3 of these off eBay, 4 of them actually off eBay. Oh no, 3 of them. And all of them came with jacked up handles and some, they all, of course, all the guys that were selling them saying, oh, mint condition, no issues, like brand new, nothing wrong. And then when I get them in, a lot of the blades were scuffed, and then the handles were jacked up and cracked. So the only reason, and then even this one, again, this one came in, handle crack right there, and then a freaking crack in the front here. It's small things, but still, when you're putting new on your description, and it's jacked up, that's kind of misleading, right? So principle, the thing for me. But luckily I kept this one, even though this one, I think I showed you guys too before, is this side, yeah, how it looks like they almost tried polishing it, making it look like they took sandpaper or maybe like to the wheel, and then realized, oh, shit is gonna go over here, and they stopped. That's my theory. I don't know why that is, and maybe that was from factory, I don't know. But it looks like they tried doing something and messed up. But only reason why I kept this, because I got a smoking deal on this one. I got a smoking deal. If you look now, this exact one here will sell, even with the cracked handles, I've seen for $200, $250 on eBay. These new about 15, 20 years ago went for 30 bucks, 30 to 40 bucks. So to me, it's like, I'm not going to pay 200 bucks for freaking, this is just made of 440C steel. And, obviously the handles have a flaw in them. So I was like, but for the price I got this, I paid very little over what they went for back in the day, well under $100. So I was like, for the little blemishes it has, I'll keep it, add it to the collection. It still looks pretty bitchin'. It's still sharp. You can tell it's not used. The edge is not used on either side. It just, I think someone tried polishing it and realized, oh shit, I'm gonna take off the emblem and stopped. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty bitchin'. I mean, I can't complain too much for the price I got it for, so. And I'm glad to have it to the collection. I really am, because this is one I've always wanted to. So I was like, you know what? I'll hang on to that one. All right, guys. And then this one here was one I've always wanted, man. This one is bad. This one is the Bark River Mountain Shining Buoy, an A2 steel. Just freaking bitchin'. Look at that. And I got the one with the elk handle here. Man, it's just absolutely amazing. Beautiful, beautiful blade. Look how thick that is too. Nice, thick. I've been wanting this thing forever too. I just never had, years back, I didn't have the funds for it because these are pricey. And then on top of that, they're hard to come by. Again, they're hard to come by because they only do so many runs. So I ended up lucking out and seeing DLT did this was about 6 months back. They did I got a drop from them in the email, saying that, hey, we're dropping the Mountain Shining Buoys again. And I went on there, and man, there was a bunch of them. I was like, oh crap. All different types of handles, wood. They have the whole elk horn ones, and then these style with just the handle part. And I always wanted the one with the elk handle. I mean, this thing was just freaking bitchin'. I'm a fan of that big time. And I was like, I want something like that. So I was like, I bought this one. And then I was like, I should have looked around for other ones to see if I want a different style handle or, and they even have different shape handles, the round ones, and they have the ones that are contoured to the hand and stuff like that. I was like, man, but this is the one I wanted the most. So that's the one I wanted the most. But I was like, I should have looked first. I'm so glad I didn't look first. I'm glad I jumped on this because when I saw it, I guess I must have got there just in time when that email came up. I must have opened it right when they sent it because I ordered this, bought it, went back in to look for the other versions just to see, for shits and giggles. And all these that they had posted, like they had like maybe 5 or 6 sold immediately. All the other ones with all the handles started selling, and all they had towards the end were just a round standard wooden handle ones. And so, I mean, they sold fast. Really, I'm talking within 10, 15 minutes, they sold almost all of them, except for a very few with like the standard generic looking ones. But anything with the nice handles or like the fancier woods and all that stuff, those are all just sold immediately. So all the ones with the contours sold immediately. So I was like, man, thank God I didn't wait because this is the one I wanted the most, and I would have been kicking myself in the ass if I would start looking and then I go back and they're all sold out. So, man, I lucked out with this one. Just bitching. Alrighty. And getting close to the end, guys. Getting close to the end. Have to put these in here. Since for years I've been seeing these come up, and I thought they were so beautiful, but I didn't pull the trigger because of 2 reasons. They're pricey, and and I was thinking, I was always thinking of stick tangs, stick tangs and the skinnier tangs that they screw into the back here. They're weaker, right? You get that mentality like, oh, it's junk because it's stick tang. Now, don't get me wrong. You get a Pakistani stick tang or something like that, it's going to be junk. And if you start doing shit you're not meant to do with these, then yeah, you're going to have problems. Like if you start trying to baton through, 3-inch round logs, yeah, you're going to eventually mess something up. This is not meant for that, right? So, I mean, this will chop. This will do everything you need to do. You just grab up closer to the top when you're chopping. You don't grab way back here. And even that, these ones here are known for being pretty durable. This is made of the inox stainless steel with a super good heat treat, made in Germany. But look how beautiful this is. I mean, I wouldn't even want to use this. This is just collection. Same thing, has that elk handle, real brass guard, aluminum bolster there, or pommel. And just absolutely freaking beautiful. Look at this. Look at the mirror polish they put on this, man. Just amazing. Let's get to the next one here. Same thing. The Crocodile Hunter. Now, this one was the one I showed you before, is the 7-inch. This one here is the 10-inch blade. Again, these are all these are from like the late 80s to mid 90s. These blades here, and absolutely flawless. Look how, I mean, no scratches. These are all brand new out of the box. I lucked out. I absolutely lucked out. Some guy just selling them on eBay. So I guess his first time kind of selling on there. And I bought it, and I said, you know, and when I got it in, I was like, man, it's beautiful. I was like, that's awesome. So he hit me up. He's like, hey, I got a few more I'm going to be posting soon if you want to let me know. And I was like, well, yeah, how many do you have left? He's like, I have two, the 7-inch, and I also have a really big one. And I was like, well, what kind of deal would you give me if I bought both? And he told me, he's like, you know, worked out a little bit of thing. I, you know, bargained with him a little bit. And man, I got a super smoking deal. For one thing, I don't even see these come up often, almost at all. And when they do, they're like triple price than what I paid for them. And these are in mint condition. The ones, I mean, even ones I've seen were scratched up and beat up. These are just like brand new, but just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful knife. And then so those are the other two in this. Again, the same seller. I ended up picking up this bad boy, and man, this thing is bitching. Look at this freaking thing. This one here is a 12-inch blade length. How beautiful is that? And again, they're known for, like I said, being durable, being strong. If you're doing the right stuff with this, chopping and just doing normal tasks, it'll last, it'll hold up. But like I said, these things are mint condition, they're old, they're worth a lot of money now. They're going up and just going up in value. Like I said, I see these sell for so much more now. And in this condition, in the leather, they come with leather sheaths that are absolutely beautiful, like brand new looking. So for, you know, for them having just metal, you know, I mean, for having leather sheaths that are just immaculate, all brand new, like out of the package from back then, you know. And look at that thing. It's just unique, just an awesome long blade. Let me show you just a comparison of this, man. Like, because I'll show you with the, let's do the Armageddon, the 10-inch Armageddon. Look at that. This thing's actually even almost wider at some points than the Armageddon. It's just bitching, man. So, but that gives you a comparison of how big this freaking thing is, man. It's freaking huge. And this Armageddon's pretty long. So, bitching. All right, guys, I'll give you this is gonna be the end of the video here. I'm gonna give you a drive-by of all of them on the table here, let you take a look, and then that's it. All right, guys, this wraps up my Grail collection. Just gonna do a real quick drive-by for you, let you see them all in their glory here. Just absolutely beautiful. Yep. And a lot of these, again, you can't buy anymore. Well, especially that Wyatt Hines one, that was a custom. But all these are hard to find. I mean, you can get them on eBay now and then, but they come up very rarely. Even this one back here, that you'd be surprised, the tops. And then, of course, the big dog. Just beautiful. All right. That's it for this one, guys. Until next time, please like, subscribe, and share.